It is Aries season. I'm not sure if you're aware. Aries, first sign of the zodiac, fire sign. What does Aries season mean? It means opinions. It means harsh, to the point opinions. And today, I'm going to reveal why breakfast is a scam. I have a very strong opinion about this, and I have a fresh croissant. Do you see this fresh croissant? This fresh croissant is the most perfect, flaky, buttery, warm, fresh out of the oven croissant. Why? Because it's a freezer croissant. I did not go out to buy this. I bought it myself. You keep them in the freezer, you put it in the oven, 20 minutes, and you have a fresh bakery style croissant. Every single day of your life, really, if you want one. Look at that. Look at this. The French are quaking. Today, we're talking about why breakfast is a scam. And I know what you're thinking. You're like, Rebecca, I love breakfast food. I love granola and yogurt. I love cereal. I love avocado toast. I love poached eggs. Whatever breakfast food you love. And I know you do. And I do too. That is why it's a scam. There is nothing better than a crispy piece of bacon. There is nothing better than a perfectly smashed avocado with some pink Himalayan salt and honey on top over some thin sourdough toast. Not too thick, not too thin, you know the drill. Layered with pesto. There is nothing I love more than a pastry, a pain au chocolat, a croissant, a cinnamon roll. There's nothing I love more than a breakfast burrito with scrambled eggs, some guacamole, some eggs, some cheese, chipotle maybe, if you're feeling spicy. The issue is eating out for breakfast. I know, I said it. All the breakfast cafe owners are shaking in their boots. Let me tell you, let me explain, hold on. Who is this fake ginger on the internet to tell me, after all my years on this earth, that breakfast is a scam? And I'm going to tell you exactly who I am. If you can't tell by the very extra glass bottle of water, I am a Taurus. My credentials are that I am obsessed with food. And you might be thinking, what are you doing right now, Rebecca? I'm making my green juice. I'm making something that has become stable in my life. And as a 27-year-old, nearly 28-year-old who lives in her childhood bedroom with her parents in her parents' house, even though both of her younger brothers have successfully moved out, the green juice is a staple. And I live by that. Every single morning for the last month, the first thing to enter my body every single day is this green juice. And this green juice is comfort. It is safety. It is not an ad. It is not an ad. I'm not being paid. They don't even know who I am. I paid for this, but it is the Ghost Greens. The reason that I am obsessed with this thing is because it's not only a green supplement, it is a prebiotic and a probiotic. If you've been on gut health TikTok, you are also concerned about your gut health, gut talk even. And when I saw that this was a prebiotic and a probiotic, and my greens and my reds, acai, kale powder, spirulina, pomegranate, coffee, arabica extract, green tea extract, broccoli, cinnamon, spinach, blackcurrant, everything is inside this juice without this green juice. Before we get into why I know eating breakfast out is a scam and paying for breakfast is a scam, I need to give you a behind the scenes of my morning. So, as I already said, I start the day with the green juice. It goes down the hatch perfectly. It makes me feel good about myself. It makes me feel like I'm doing something right in life. And to be frank, it also makes me feel superior. Now, most mornings I do in fact wake up in this. This is my Skims pajamas. I want to tell you a secret. Skims clothing, amazing. Skims pajamas, even better. You know why I love Skims? Again, not sponsored. Everything has a stretch. Everything is stretchy. This, if it didn't fit, stretchy. Everything, their silk is stretchy, their pajamas are stretchy, sexy as well. Their underwear is stretchy, their dresses are stretchy. Everything in Skims has a stretch. Do you know how refreshing it is to buy from a company that you can get your size because you know it stretches? It will fit. It will fit regardless. It might stretch a little bit, but it will fit. Oh my, when you find a company that works, when you find a brand that works, when you find pajamas that work, you stick with them. Just like this baby. That is a great transition into my white monster. So as I said, every single morning I start the day with green juice. Then I have another rule in life. I have many rules in my life, but this is pretty much a non-negotiable. Hydrate before you caffeinate. Now I know what you're thinking, why are you drinking murky swamp water? It literally tastes fine, it's just the leftovers on the glass. We don't need to use a new one. So my number one rule is we hydrate, we drink water before we caffeinate. White Monster. This baby, this is my morning coffee. You can't get this at most breakfast places. Yes.
Here is my breakfast avocado toast secret recipe. So first things first, you toast the toast to your liking. Maybe you like it a bit paler than this. Maybe you like burnt toast. I'm not going to judge. Whatever your prerogative is, you do that. Anyway, you move on to a thin layer of pesto. Now, my personal favorite pesto is the pesto that you get in the fridge at Super Value. But if you can't get that one, whatever pesto is your favorite, you go rock and roll, bestie, whatever one you want to do. Then we get your avocado and we layer it on top. You can put as thin or as thick of a layer as you want. I did a kind of semi-thin thick layer and I kind of smash it on top. It already has the salt in it. You can put whatever seasonings you want. And then the secret to what I do on top of the avocado, honey. Oh my God. This was the biggest game changer when it came to my avocado game. Putting honey on top, the flavors. I wasn't even much of a honey girl and it's stunning. Then you put your egg. I only put my egg on top of one and I cooked my egg to my liking. Then I put Ballymaloe relish on top of the egg and also I added a hash brown. Ballymaloe relish is like ketchup for adults. It's my favorite thing in the entire world. And if you've never tasted it, I feel sorry for you.
So my breakfast is made and the most amazing thing is, because I felt like hash brown, I could just add one and it wasn't €4. I love food. I love going for food. I love being invited for food. Breakfast, lunch, dinner. It does not matter. If you invite me, 99.9% of the time I'm there. So I have eaten in a lot of restaurants. And not only have I eaten in a lot of restaurants, I've also worked in a lot of restaurants. I've worked in cafes, breakfast spots, dinner spots, lunch spots, hotels, everything. 9 times out of 10 when you go out for breakfast, it's a disappointment. It is. Either the toast is soggy, the avocado isn't seasoned enough, or it's pureed. Breakfast is the most important meal of the day, and a lot of people are hangry at breakfast time, okay? A lot of people are starving, they want to eat. So they haven't eaten. This is their first meal of the day. So if they go somewhere and they're waiting for food, it's going to be annoying. So whether or not the food is good, you're gonna be annoyed. Also, breakfast food is ridiculously overpriced. There's no need for an extra hash brown to cost €4 when I can get a box of them for $2. The markup on breakfast is outrageous. Another reason is maybe you found this like cute alt breakfast cafe that does like organic sourdough and eggs picked out of the hen's ass and crispy organic grass-fed bacon and avocado that just dropped from the avocado tree, right? They're amazing. They start getting popular. People start going there. It starts getting busier. They start having a higher turnover of food and tables. Then there isn't as much love and care put into the guac. There isn't as much love and care put into the toast. They start using cheaper alternatives to make more profit because that's business, baby. But I don't care if that's business. I want a nice breakfast. Breakfast is the type of food that everyone can cook at home. You can't tell me that you can't make yourself avocado toast or a poached egg or a breakfast burrito. Like, breakfast food is the most simple food to make and the most simple food to make right. And 9 times out of 10, it's relatively cheap. And I just think that we as a society need to stop paying for avocado toast. And it's not to save for a house, okay? Because this piece of toast right here isn't the reason that I don't have a house right now. Oh my God, the honey and the oh. We need to stop going out and paying for breakfast because we need to stop willingly disappointing ourselves. There is a rare 1% time that you get a nice breakfast out and it's amazing. But if you go back to that same place, will you get the nice breakfast again? Or was that just a rarity? 9 times out of 10, it was a rarity. It's 2022. We need to be more self-aware. We need to be more self-aware in what we know will disappoint us, whether it's our gaslighting ex or breakfast, okay? Because the two are the same things. The two, a bad breakfast and a gaslighting ex, give me the same level of pain. You know what I mean? I don't want to pay for avocado toast and eat it and then be so sad because I know I have avocado in the fridge at home and I could have made it 10 times nicer. That is disappointment that I don't need in my life anymore, and you don't need it either. We are going to be more aware. If someone invites you out for breakfast, decline. Decline the invitation. And you know what you're gonna do? You're gonna invite them to your house. You're gonna pool the money together, buy all the breakfast ingredients, and have a delicious breakfast. And then you can go out. Then you can go get a coffee. Then you can go maybe get a pastry. Pastries sometimes are like, if you find a really good bakery, you can go for like pastry as a breakfast out. That's definitely an exception to my rule. We've been through so much as a society, as a generation, as a collective over the last 2 years, and being disappointed by a bad breakfast is just not what I want to do anymore. It's not the life that I want to live. Okay, besties, of course there are some exceptions to this rule, and of course there are some instances where you should pay for breakfast, and I'm going to tell you them right now. Number 1, McDonald's breakfast. McDonald's breakfast is elite. The hash browns, they just get it right every time. It's reliable. You always know what it's going to taste like. And I think if you're paying for breakfast, then a McDonald's breakfast is totally acceptable. Some parts of the world, they do it 24 hours, which is amazing to me. Other parts, they stop at 11. McDonald's, get your stuff together, because people are going to want to pay for your breakfast. And if I'm hungover, I might not be out of bed before 11, okay? The second exception to the rule is hotel breakfasts. I have stayed at some amazing hotels all around the world that do the most amazing buffet breakfasts. You can choose what you want, you can eat as much, you can go for second rounds. It's fresh, they cook you pancakes, they make you omelets, they have pastries. Oh, there is nothing in this world that hits like a hotel buffet breakfast. So if you are ever in a situation in your life where you're staying in a hotel and they have a buffet breakfast, 9 times out of 10, the hotel buffet breakfast is good. Now, obviously it depends where you're staying. If you're staying in kind of dodgy hotel, you'll be able to judge. But if it's a nice hotel, you best believe that they are going to have an amazing hotel breakfast. The third exception to the rule, if you're in Australia. If you live in Australia, you will probably wholeheartedly disagree with everything I've said in this video, because in Australia, they are morning people. Breakfast is their dinner, you know? Their culture is breakfast. Their culture is getting up at 6 in the morning, going for a surf. I'm not even gonna try to do an Australian accent, but the Australians have mornings down. If you wanna learn how to have a good morning, if you wanna try to get up earlier, when I lived in Australia, I got up willingly at 7 a.m. Willingly at 7 a.m. The Australians know how to do mornings, but most importantly, they know how to do breakfast. If you have ever been so lucky to witness a breakfast experience in Australia, it actually has me kind of emotional. They do the most amazing avocado toast, the most amazing poached eggs. They get everything so right. Breakfast potatoes, shakshukas. I've never eaten one, but they looked very good. Breakfast baps. I worked in a cafe, in a breakfast place that was so famous for breakfast. And even though it was crazy busy on breakfast time, everyone loved it. It hit always. 9 times out of 10, it's gonna be good. If you're in Australia, if you get a McDonald's breakfast or if you're staying in a hotel, then you best believe you better be paying for breakfast. You best not be cooking your breakfast at home. You best be going out for breakfast as much as possible. If you've been sitting there thinking about all the times that you've had breakfast and you've been disappointed, and the money that you have wasted and the time that you have wasted eating a subpar breakfast with soggy toast and an egg that's too hard and avocado without flavor, then trust me, from here on in, we are not paying for breakfast. Paying for breakfast is a scam. And to be honest, I just wanted to make a public service announcement, because I know that if I was someone who was inexperienced in life, I would want to know this. I would want to know not to spend my money on breakfast. And it's not because you'll be able to afford a house, because bestie, sorry to break it to you, but avocado toast isn't gonna make or break the bank, even in this economy, even with this inflation. But what I do want to tell you is, next time someone invites you out for breakfast, say no. Thank you for watching. Subscribe, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.